everybody. I'm here with Joe Staton. How are you doing, Joe?
I'm doing just fine. Thank you.
I wanted to ask you about your early, your Green Lantern Corps. Really, it's the first time I really think that the focus was on more of the secondary Green Lantern characters, and I love all the personality and like everything you put into it. I just wanted to hear you talk about that a little.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was kind of from the start, the concept of the Green Lantern Corps being like all through the galaxy. The idea had always been there, but it hadn't been really explored an awful lot. And then we did a mini-series, The Tales of the Green Lantern Corps, that Mike Barr wrote and Lynn Weed dialogued. So we started to explore it with, the Necron story, and we introduced Arisia, the 12-year-old Green Lantern. So we started to get a lot of it there. And I think really the concept mostly exploded with Steve Englehart. When Steve came in as the writer later, he had lots of really creative ideas of what an alien would be and how an alien would function on Earth. And Arisia developed, she grew there, and we introduced, well, I guess, the most enduring one is Kilowog. We really, developed him. He really caught on, and there were, Salak had been a Marv Wolfman character, and we introduced strange characters like Drick from Crick, who was the dead Green Lantern, but Steve really got into the idea of how the different members of the Corps related to each other, being aliens. So and of course we developed. Basically recreated Guy Gardner into a character who really caught on. So,
you redesigned Guy Gardner, right? What went into the redesign? What was kind of your inspiration of that redesign?
Well, basically Guy came from his haircut because Guy had been so brain damaged in fighting Sinestro that he was in a total coma for years and was really written out of the series. But when Steve decided to bring him back, the idea was that Guy had been in a subacute care facility for all this time, totally non-responsive. So we had people working in the facility would come by and basically give him the most functional, easiest haircut you could possibly give. And that was it. And once we had the haircut, kind of the whole personality came from that. He looked like a tough little kid with that kind of butch haircut. And from the haircut, you get kind of the wife beater vest, and you get the big boots, and so really that's where the personality of Guy came from. It's once he came out of his coma, he had the haircut, so he was a whole new guy.
You also did the maxi series Millennium. Now, what is the going from drawing like a book that focuses on like maybe a couple characters of a book that focuses on the DC universe as a whole, how does that different in how you go about drawing a book?
Well, the Green Lanterns were always there. We were doing them. There were a lot of those, but they were all kind of within that Gil Kane, and my style, and so they were kind of all one focus. But when you're doing something like Millennium, you're dealing with things that have been done over many, many years, and you're doing different styles of the way the characters are being done by different artists at that time. So you really have to keep a whole universe in your mind all at once. And in Millennium, characters' costumes were changing all the time. It was really amazing that we got that series done at all. And Steve had concepts that he wasn't really allowed to put into the series that he had meant to.
Oh, yeah?
So it was, like I say, it was amazing that we got that done at all. I had another question.
So what are you working on right now? Is there anything to?
Well, my main project right now is that I draw the Dick Tracy daily and Sunday strip. I've been doing that for about 2.5 years now. Occasionally I'll do a graphic novel. My wife and I do health comics for Boston Children's Hospital.
Cool.
So we teach little children to live with Crohn's disease, colitis, and how to shape up if they're overweight, things like that. So, a lot of my books lately are, best found at your friendly neighborhood gastroenterologist. So, yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Staton.
Thank you.